10 things I found that made Star Wars Jedi Survivor an amazing game. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is an outstanding game which is in my top 5 best games I've ever played. I believe it is one of the best Star Wars game made so far. Well, that's my opinion. Comment down below if you agree with me or not. Now, what makes Star Wars Jedi Survivor an amazing game? Well, let's find out together. The first thing I found is the stances. I mean, in Fallen Order you could only use 2 stances. Now we can use 5 stances, which is super cool. Now, there are some stances I prefer more than others, and I've noticed certain stances work for certain enemies, which is good because it forces you to explore different lightsaber stances in Cal's journey. Plus, having a variety of stances works a lot on Cal's favor, since it will help him defeat powerful foes. The Cross Guard stance has helped me defeat a lot of enemies since it has a big impact when striking enemies, which causes more damage, but it is slow when striking enemies, so be wise when using it. The Cross Guard is one of my personal favorites. The double bladed stance is another one of my personal favorite stances. This stance we can take on so many enemies and defeat a group of them at the same time. The damage this stance provides is not so powerful, but it is effective enough when you get more skills, which adds to your combo. I'm glad EA added more stances to this game. The second thing I found is we get to use Bode and Mirren help us fight. We get to command them when to attack our enemies, which does help us a lot, especially when there's a lot of them. Make sure you use them. I promise you that you won't regret it. The third thing I found were the boss battles, which were super awesome to play. Like fighting Ravus was one of my favorite boss battles. Ravus is a formidable warrior that defeated and killed many Jedi back in the Old Republic. Ravus attacks with an array of weaponry. He has rockets that come in barrages when attacking you. He has a spear that can do other sorts of attack abilities when he attacks you. He has a huge blaster that can damage you really badly. Another boss battle that was amazing to play, the hardest boss battle in the game and a boss battle that I was not expecting was Sia versus Darth Vader. Man, I had goosebumps when Darth Vader came in, but also very excited. I died so many times in this battle, but I'm sure you understand why. It's Darth Vader, for crying out loud. Plus, as the fight progresses, Darth Vader becomes super strong, and his attacks are insanely powerful, especially that choke he does that drains so much of Sia's health. Another enjoyable boss battle was Cal Kestis versus Dagan Gera, their third battle on planet Kobo. This battle was insane, different from the previous 2 battles with Dagan Gera. In this battle, Dagan Gera had the ability to manipulate Bode's and Cal's minds to fight them, which looked painfully awful to experience. Dagan Gera can even create clones of himself using the Force, but I don't think they were real. I feel like they were an illusion that Dagan created in Cal's mind when he used the Force hallucination that is fueled by fear. It's like Dagan could create fake images that look. Another boss battle was the final boss battle, Cal Kestis versus Bode Akuna on Tanalorr. Bode is super quick with these movements, which is cool. Bode's attacks aren't just strong, but insanely quick and hard to dodge, which I find it's mandatory to use the single blade or the dual wield stance when fighting Bode, since it can respond fast when attacking Bode. The fourth thing I found that made this game amazing was the tactical guide and the data bank. The tactical guide gives you insight about the character's strength and weaknesses when fighting them. They even provide little key information about the character's intentions and deeds that the character has done. Make sure you use the tactical guide when you are struggling to defeat an enemy. It will help you enormously. There's information about every foe you face in this game, so don't think there isn't. There's even creatures, droids, the Empire troops, and Bedlam Raider lieutenants. In the data bank, there's information about every planet you visit. It has information of the building, the science labs, the environment of the area, abandoned areas. You guys should take the time to read through the data you collect through Cal's journey in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It's very interesting. The fifth thing I found was the bounty hunters. In Fallen Order, if I remember correctly, we were introduced to one bounty hunter that ended up capturing us, but in Jedi Survivor we are being hunted by more than one bounty hunter, and there are many of them. There's a woman named Cage that gives information of where you can find these bounty hunters so that Cal can go hunt them down. These bounty hunters are not easy to defeat, so be careful. After all, they are called bounty hunters for a reason. You can find Cage at the Pyloon Saloon if you don't know where to find her. Once you killed all the bounty hunters sent to you, you have a secret boss battle with Cage, which is an awesome boss battle to have. I mean, I didn't expect Cage to attack us. You better make sure you do all the bounty hunts in this game. The sixth thing I found were the gameplay features this game has. On Jedi, Merrin gives Cal Kestis a magic charm that allows him to go through green laser gates. Merrin does this ritual that she learned from Dathomir that allows Cal to fly, and it's super cool. This feature they added was amazing. I was so glad to experience it. Another feature is when we get to fly by using Riddler once we tame it. It's something that is very helpful to use. Another feature is the ascension cable we can use to grapple and launch away from perches. The next feature is using the speeder when chasing Bo down. Never thought EA would add that in Jedi Survivor. I enjoyed it so much that I wish I could use it all the time. Another feature which is also my favorite is we get to use Seer. Yes, that's right, we get to use Seer Junda when Jedha is under attack by the Empire. Seer is a formidable Jedi warrior, and she was smashing through the troopers like they were nothing. Not even the walkers could stand a chance against her. When you guys get a chance to use her, make sure you enjoy every moment because it's worth it. I'm so glad EA made this feature for us to play as Seer. The seventh thing I found were the Bedlam Raider lieutenants. You get to fight different types of Bedlam Raiders with double bladed stance, the single blade stance, and the cross guard stance. You get to fight a lot of these Bedlam Raider lieutenants in the game. They are very skilled with those lightsabers. You even get to fight 3 of them at the same time, which is super fun but not easy. It's like fighting 3 Jedi Knights. The Bedlam Raider lieutenants are skillful in their own right, but they don't stand a chance against Cal Kestis. If you want to fight more Bedlam Raider lieutenants, make sure you take the time to explore Kobo, even the underground areas. The eighth thing I found were the fast travels. I was so happy and amazed that EA finally put the fast travel ability, which has made the gaming experience of Jedi Survivor much easier and enjoyable. It can be so frustrating to run back with Cal back through the path you're already taken to reach your destination. It takes too much time doing that. Plus, you can even get lost and wonder how you got here, which is hilarious. The map sometimes isn't helpful for me since I get confused how to get to a certain point on the map. Whenever you get lost or want to reach a certain destination faster, make sure you use fast travel. The ninth thing I found was that we can use the dark side. Using this ability is so amazing, it's beyond words. When Cal embraces the dark side, we can smash through all of the troopers and droids. Cal's attack movements are much faster. You can see that when Cal uses the dark side on the Nova Garon system. The 10th thing I found were the Sense Echo. I love this force ability Cal has that allows him to sense and replay events that already happened. Like on Tanalo when Cal sensed a conversation between Master Ramesses and Centauri Kree. Another one on Crossround Boat and Denvik. There's one on Kobo and many more. It's because of this ability that Cal Kestis knew about Telelo, Dagan Gera, and Centauri Kree. This ability allows Cal to see a person's past and see who he really is. Seer did say in Fallen Order that only a few have this ability. This ability is so awesome, I wish I had it. Thank you for reaching to the end of this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe because I'll be uploading more videos like this in the future. I'll catch you guys in the next one.